many times have I played Mario 64?
Me, Mario.
How many times have I played Mario 64 in the last...
Hello.
Okay, I haven't played this game since the DS version in 2015. Hold on. This is what people want to see. Just a second. Okay, enough. It's Mario 64 on the Nintendo Switch. It's part of the Super Mario 3D All-Stars collection, which of course includes the 3 games you saw at the title screen there. I did a video of Super Mario Sunshine already. I have Super Mario Galaxy on the Nintendo Switch. Excuse me, on the Nintendo Wii. Just a second.
Please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
Cake. So Super Mario Galaxy is available on the Nintendo Wii. I still have my Wii U over there. I haven't plugged it in a while. The only reason I plugged it in was so I could play the Mario Prime trilogy before I sold it. That's got to be the worst. That might be the worst $50. I didn't spend $50 on that game. That might be the worst game I've ever spent more than $30 buying. Of course, I got that. I think I made that money back in store credit, so it didn't make a huge difference. I think I used the money to buy like Sakura of Rice and Rain or something. So I used that money to buy a game I knew I was going to enjoy more. Using the controller as a piece of cake. Yeah, we're not going to talk about Peach. We're not going to talk about Peach's cake. What are we doing here? Let's use the L to move around. Now, if you're my age, you probably first played this game at a Blockbuster Video kiosk. I think maybe Toys R Us might have had a kiosk. They would have had a kiosk, obviously. So you sat there, you did this for like 10 or 20 minutes where you should have been, looking for a copy of Akira or something from the video store. I don't know. Oh, you can climb the trees too, Right? Now, I'm probably going to have a whole lot to say about, modern video game visuals and level design and camera controls, because playing this game with a dual stick controller has to be game changing, and I think, because obviously, forgot about that. Let me establish the basics. So let's see, you can punch and kick. You have a 3-hit combo in this game. Yeah, you can dive. Yeah, so when you're rising into the air for a jump, you can do a jump kick, right? So okay, a neutral jump means you do a kick. Yeah, neutral jump means you do a kick. But if you're moving forward and you jump, you do a dive. And you can press the Y button again while you're diving to somersault into the air. That was actually one thing this game completely nailed back in 1995, was that how should a character like this move in a 3D space? And they added all of these extra mechanics you couldn't really do in the 2D games, and that was game changing, I think. Oh, yeah, you have a side jump, right? Yeah, it's a reverse jump. Move forward, then... So you pull the joystick up, then down and jump. Or you can move it sideways. So as long as you move in one direction, you can move the joystick in the opposite direction, then press the jump button for that backflip, that reverse jump, I call it. It's a side jump, I guess, which gives you a lot more height. You can also crouch, right? You can crouch with the ZL button, and you can do a backflip if you do that crouch jump, standing backflip. So if you need a little bit more height, that's the kind of jump you can do. And again, so all this traversal stuff, I don't know why more games didn't imitate it. I think Banjo-Kazooie did a bit of that. But I want to say that this is a game that kind of nailed the basics of how should a character at least move in a 3D space. I don't think they really did that much with it as far as, like... Obviously, the camera controls weren't really worth it. But the basics of having your character bounce around the areas is a lot of fun. So that still holds up, thankfully. Okay, there's a bit of a... I wasn't expecting a current, but here we are. Can I go down here? The game will probably dump me out here at some point, so we'll get around to that. So you can explore this area if you want, like I did back when I was like in my teens. Actually, I think I was pretty much an adult by the time this game came out. So I was at that interregnum. Yep, at not the edge of 17. What was that? What's the song from Stevie Nicks? I was at that interregnum where I'm like, what can video games do now? Well, this is what they can do now. Press the ZL button to do the ground pound. I think the frame rate on the Nintendo 64 was like mostly 30 frames a second. I don't know how well it held that frame rate. But you all know this if you grew up in the era. The frame rate, the transition from 2D to 3D was so revolutionary at the time this game came out that people were willing to tolerate lower frame rate and less well crafted, like more primitive art styles, if you will, because Super Mario World and of course the sequel Yoshi's Island were extremely forward looking in terms of their pixel art. Like when I say forward looking, I mean they were incredibly refined. I know people don't like Yoshi's Island, or some people don't like Yoshi's Island that much, but it's one of those games where they lean so hard into the grade school art style that it was clearly made by adults who were very good at kind of doing that aggressively, childish art style. So that's an example of a game where the visuals hold up if you're down with the game's thematic elements. I know most people don't like that because they don't like the vibe of Yoshi's Island. I mean, yeah, Mario, if you wanted to go back to Super Mario World, it's a perfectly fine example where if you had to make a Super Mario game with modern, pixel art from the 1990s, yeah, Super Mario World is a very good example of that. I need 1 star so I can get that if I go inside a painting. So I'll probably have a whole lot to say about that because this might be one of those videos where I talk about like resolution and low polygon counts. Like, because obviously a game like this, if this wasn't like a classic video game from like 1995 that everyone under the age of 40 has probably played at some point. If this wasn't that game, I don't think anyone would pay any money to buy a game that looked like this. No matter how refined it is. People would revolt if there was a video game if a modern video game was charging you $60 and it looked like this. Now, never mind that's probably a better game than most of those. Yep, invisible wall. Never mind that you can't I can't do anything here. At least not yet, I don't think. There's a bunch of secrets to this game I don't really know. So, as far as I'm concerned, I'm playing this game for the first time. I know the basics, but this is a game that I owned back when I owned my Nintendo. In fact, I still have my Nintendo 64, but that's a game that I sold. I gave it to family. Actually, I didn't. No. I gave my library to family, and they eventually sold it. Because why keep it? It was just sitting in your closet for like 8 or 9 years. Like, why would you even bother pulling it out? The only reason I pulled out the Nintendo 64 is because I knew they had it. So I pulled it out when I was visiting them. And it's like, hey, let me play all these games on original hardware for the first time in 2 decades. We're going to go here. Got to dive into the painting. They've cleaned up some of the artwork, obviously. I think they got rid of most of the seams. Like, you could see a lot of seams in the original Nintendo 64 game. It looked like a video game that came out in 1995, obviously. Like, that was always the... Yeah, that was always the problem with the game. Is that these 3D graphics in the 1990s were almost always terrible. I'm struggling to think of a video game with 3D graphics, like polygonal 3D graphics that actually looked good, where the visuals hold up. I'm somewhat partial to Virtua Fighter 2, but I'm perfectly willing to admit it's not a good game. As far as the art style goes, it's not great. It's fine for what it is, but Daytona, Virtual Racing, the arcade version of Virtua Fighter 2, those games don't look great. I still play them a lot. They don't hold up visually. Am I gonna pick up? I'm gonna pick up this bomb. Well, yeah, we're not gonna pick him up. We're gonna talk to him. We're not gonna punch the bomb in the face. So the pink ones are nice. The black ones are obviously evil. You know, video games. We're still trying to undo what we've learned. So from tropes of yore. So, but yeah, the bombs were always black in old Mario games. Oh, I saw that pop in, right? Is that what that was? Well, the pop in disappeared. I saw that tree pop out. You can't fool me, Nintendo. By the way, the game control is way better than the DS version did. In fact, I did play the DS version about a decade or so ago. I want to say it was about a decade and a half ago. Because when I had my DS, I wanted to play this game, and I realized that the visuals were... Not just that the visuals were bad, but it was like... The controls for that DS were not amenable to 3D gameplay. Special caps and green room. Step on the switches. Okay, there are P switches in this game. I forgot. Just like in Super Mario World. I'll take that. There was a way to beat this guy. I don't remember. Yeah, there is a way to beat this guy. I just don't remember what it was. So let's avoid him for now. But yeah, these dual stick controls are good. Can I get that coin? We'll worry about the coin later. What? But there is a way to beat this guy. Worry about him later, too. Are there coins in the meadow here? I can't remember. In the flowers here. And sometimes you'll find hidden stuff like that. Like you collect a bunch of coins in a loop. Yeah, like you collect a bunch of coins in a sequence quickly, and then you might get a power up like that, a 1-up in this case, which I don't think is going to be that useful. Well, one hint. Heed the star name. Yeah, the star name's supposed to be. Yeah, this is it. The name of the course determines the kind of mission it usually is. It's usually a hint. Like, there's a big bomb at the summit of this mountain, so I guess we'll go up there and deal with them. Again, this is the kind of stuff that, you know, you probably spent, like, half an hour, like, trying to figure out what you could do. Like, remember, for most American gamers, this was their first experience with fully 3D worlds. When I say 3D, I mean polygonal. Like, moving the camera. Like, I don't mean, like, you know... moving the camera around in a racing game. And I don't mean like... Whoops, that was bad. I'll take that. I'll hit that switch in a second. Nope. Got it. So is there another, what you call it? Camera's kind of moving around a bit. It's not particularly appealing. Okay, that block hasn't been activated yet, so we're going to ignore that. Ow! I don't think we're at 60 frames a second here. I still think we're at 30. Can I do the backflip? Got it! Yeah, do the crouch jump. The crouching backflip gives you a bit more height than a normal jump. And you can do it while you can do it from a stand, from a standstill, which is always useful. So you can imagine like your average 10-year-old and like bouncing off the wall. So you're trying to figure out where they can go and where they can't. I'll take that. Grab that coin. So how many do I got? On the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, I got 4 coins. That. Oh, I screwed that up. So sometimes you can kind of Skyrim jank your way up these slopes, but it's usually a waste of time, if I'm being honest. And sometimes the camera has... I don't want to say the camera has a mind of its own, but there are times when it takes control. It's as if the camera's been... Ow! Stupid. As if the camera's been scripted to, like, move in a particular zone if your character's in a particular part of the level. Because obviously this game was designed to keep the important part of the action visible on screen at all times. If you have to limit what appears on screen in order to maintain the performance, and you do that. So I guess I should bring a pink bomb up here. Well, I guess we'll do that later. There might be another star here. And I want to say you can actually uncover some stars without actually specifically picking them up. Like, how do I describe that? We're in course number 1, Big Bomb on the battlefield. I want to say you might be able to uncover some stars that aren't specifically for this level's name. Like, in other words, there might be another star here somewhere else. But again, I haven't played this game seriously in about 2 decades, so I don't remember where all the stars are. Because if you know what you're doing, you can hunt down some stars before you're supposed to, which is fine. Some high-level skill there. Just try to capture stuff that's out of sequence. You think I might be able to get that red coin? I might be able to do a triple jump to grab it. Give me a second. I need to move the camera around. I understand that. So we'll head over there in just a second. Of course, I also might have to climb up this mountain and then fall down here to grab that one. See, I probably have to fall down there to grab that one, so we'll do that later. Okay. I probably want to control the camera at some point. I can't control the camera here. Give me a moment. There's probably another way to control it. Change camera mode with the L button. Okay. Yeah, give me a moment. Actions. Triple jump, obviously. The crawls. Pound the ground. Backward somersault. Side somersaults. Wall kicks. I forgot about the wall kick. Long jump while running. Crouch and press the jump button. Yeah. Low trajectory, long distance, though. Slide attack. Y'all running. Press the, yeah. Trip. ZL and press Y. What does that do? Oh. Oh, I was breakdancing. Okay. Bro's got those sick moves. Give him... Ow! Give him a beat. We'll do some breakdancing a bit later. Japan's fascination with breakdancing. Oh, there it was. I just had it. Japan's fascination with breakdancing back in the 80s always amused me to no end. And now I need a coin to get my health back. Yeah, I remember I had a clip on my old YouTube channel where it was a clip of Galaxy High back in the 1980s. TMS was animating a Susan Blue voiced character who said, "Come on, Doyle, let's break dance." Ah, crap, missed it again. Is there another coin over here I can grab? Probably not. You can press... Do you press the... I guess you can press up on the D-pad to control the camera a bit. You can also press the L button to have Mario take over the camera, I guess. But that's way too close to him. That's better. Press down on the right stick to get the camera further away from Mario. So this gives me a bit more control. So I have to press left and right on. I have to press left or right on the right stick to move it where I want it to go. But again, the game's a bit easier to control this way. Okay, can I get it? Ah! Careful. I keep dodging. Good thing I have plenty of lives. How about I just ignore that red coin for now? Maybe I'll get lucky and find another one upstairs. Well, wait, there's a coin here. There it is. Give me that. Okay, I needed that health. So I do like that bit. Can I break that? Yeah, that. Nothing there. Big fat waste of time. And to climb from the ledge, either tilt the left stick or press the L. To get up on the ledge, either tilt stick 4 press B as soon as you grab the ledge. Okay. So jump as soon as you hit the ledge to climb up quickly. So we'll do that later. So we'll get that red coin later. Nothing here? Probably just a place to hide. Coins here. Heads up. We need coins here. Yeah, perfect. Full health. I'm trying to move the camera around a bit. We'll worry about that later. Okay, we'll get those coins later. So if you need to refill your health, there you go. Lame. Should have moved the camera around. So maybe I should have moved the camera around. Let Lakitu control it, I guess. I got my health back, apparently. Yes. So the faster you run through the heart, like that. Okay, so I got my health back. That's cool. I don't remember that in the original game. I don't remember those at all. So there's the bomb. Ha! Let's do it. I have to pick them up and throw them? I don't remember. Literally the king of the hill. So you have to pick them up from behind. So grab them from behind and throw them. That's how we do that. Get over here, dog. Whoops! No! He's gonna throw me. He's gonna lose any health. Is he supposed to, like, do something with me? There he is. Yeah. We gotta get him from behind. Okay, he's spinning faster now. So I'm gonna have to bait him. Get over here. Ah! Screwed that up. Bit of a longer chuck. Yeah, get behind him. Yeah, we got him now. Hey! Okay, I tried to grab him. Okay, that's... Yeah, that's the part I never liked. That was the part I never liked. Should I worry about that red coin, really? Careful. Ow! We'll get some more later, don't worry. Yeah, spinning heart to take care of that. That. Give me the Give me the spinning heart. So maybe I don't need the coins. Just grab this. Careful! Okay, I got him. Full health. Okay, we're good. Ha! Get over here. Yeah, okay, that didn't work. So I have to throw him to the ground 3 times again. So I have to get behind him. How quick is he with the turning around this time? There we go. Yeah. That's 2, right? So if he sees me from the front, I have to do a dive to get behind him, I think. That's 2. Crap. Got him. That's the 3rd one. Yeah. Yeah, so the games teach you how to beat Bowser. If you want to see me again, select the star from the menu. Yeah, so. Thanks for the pro tip. It's kind of a big deal to have digitized voice in a Nintendo cartridge. So we'll continue here. So now I can open some of the sealed doors. Try Princess's room on the second floor and the penguin. Yeah. So yeah, it's a scavenger hunt. Yeah, when this game came out, there were some complaints where it's like, yeah, this game went from being like a very tight series of, it was a very tightly designed gauntlet, to being a more open-ended sort of free roaming type of game, which I actually preferred at the time. Like I said when this game came out, I would much rather play this than play another 2D Gauntlet, which is what the Mario 3 and 4 were, obviously. Like, your boy had a lot of respect for Yoshi's Island and all those other Mario games, but I think at some point I just wanted something new, and I thought the idea of having this kind of free-roaming Mario game with all these ridiculous moves, I remember being a huge fan of it at the time. Like, I was a huge fan. See, I used that 1 star I gained to open up this part of the castle. Don't jump in there, though. Okay, star power. There are secret paths. Okay, so there's some other secret areas here. Whoop! There you go. Problem solved. So, where's this take me? This is a slide, isn't it? Just a second. This is the slide. Again, I barely remember most of this. I remember way more about Mario 3 than I do this game. Tilt forward to speed up, back to slow down. Slide really fast, you'll win the star. Is this a race? Yeah, it's a race. Don't care about the coins, really. Oh, this is the problem. We're on the Rainbow Road now. Worry about that later. Don't care about one-ups. Take it. Here we go! So again, doesn't have to be an open world game. Just has to be like a decent sized hub area with lots of stuff to explore. Lots of hidden stuff you can find for some decent rewards. Like your progress is based on whether you can find everything. Again, so it becomes a scavenger hunt. But I'm generally okay with this kind of scavenger hunt. Like, if I were doing a game in Mario Stars or Mario Maker, I would ask myself, okay, how can I make my levels large enough or at least complex enough so that they're worth exploring? I don't just want to go left to right. I want to go in a bunch of different areas. I want to go a bunch of different ways. I want to hunt down every nook and cranny and see what I can find. Like, you can find one-ups if that's your thing. Though in my case, it will probably wind up being like, P switches or something. Like, imagine if you had like imagine if every, this is me brainstorming again. Like, if you're playing Mario, like Mario World, for instance, there are P switches, but the switches are different colors. So what if every P switch unlocked a series of, passageways that led to more areas? Like, maybe there's more than one. Maybe you can use the blue P switch to open up an area that leads to the yellow P switch, or vice versa. Or maybe you can just use I need a key. Maybe you can just use a Tanuki suit to get past to just fly up there to where the yellow P switch is without having to grab the red switch and without having to turn on that other switch previously. Like that kind of thing. Just gotta open up the game a little bit, Make the exploration worthwhile, I would argue. So we used one of our stars. Remember, we have 2 stars in the top right-hand corner of the screen, so we can go to this area right here. I never. I think I kind of sampled this game a bit when I played my Nintendo 64 like 5 or 6 years ago. But I don't think this is one of the games I spent a bunch of time with. Ship off Womp's block. Sneaking up on enemies. Yeah, this game's analog controls were a huge deal. You can't move the camera any further. The buzzer. We're not using the buzzer. Okay, so there's nothing here in this meadow. Alright. Ground pound? I don't think that worked. Nope, didn't work. That was a waste of time. So I wasted a life doing that. So maybe I'm supposed to avoid them, which sounds like not a terrible idea. Yeah, when Mario Maker came out, it was like, why do lives matter? But if you think about it, obviously Yahtzee Crenshaw has made this observation over at The Escapist. It's like, lives don't matter in video games. Lives are an antiquated trope from the coin-op era, when you had to pay for coins. Gimme. Did I get it? Let me read the sign, see what they're yammering about. Guess I thought I could break this. Nope. So what purpose does this serve? Okay. What do I want? Throw it in the middle of this thing, I guess? Pfft, that was a waste. Well, I'll take the coins, though. Alright, that's alright. Forgot the coins move. These coins got some speed on them. These coins got legs. Shall we start? You collect 8 red coins. Okay, there's your problem. Why 8 specifically? Why not 100 or 10? Well, obviously in the original Mario game, collecting 100 coins gave you an extra life. Yeah, I remember this part now. Remember that part too. Okay, let's try that again. We don't have to hang out here. We could probably go somewhere else. We're just sampling. We're sampling the game a bit. It's been a while. Yeah, a lot goes down the first hour of this game. It's more than I can say for Red Dead Redemption, but we're not going to talk about that. It's amazing. It's like video games can be dense. It's wild. What? That's just me being incredibly impatient and lazy. So we'll try that again. Can't hold me down. Yeah, they're streaming the first 4. They're streaming all the Indiana Jones movies on Pluto TV this month. And I don't know, when does did the new Indiana Jones come out this weekend? Or it's coming out July 4th. Because the Transformers movie already came out. And that usually comes out around July 4th. So what's the July 4th release this year? Because everyone knows Spielberg. I mean, like, that Indiana Jones movie will probably make like $200 million and never make another cent. It's weird. Spielberg doesn't have the juice anymore. He still makes good movies, but it's like no one goes to the theater to see them. Mr. Cap's in the red green. Okay, I understand that. I didn't mention this earlier because apparently, can I go that way? Yes, I can. Because apparently part of the thing apparently Indiana Jones is the only thing Spielberg has to a like major IP anymore. Because Jurassic Park isn't even his. He doesn't make Jurassic Park movies anymore. And that was the only movie he made a sequel to other than the Indiana Jones movies, right? Yeah, he made it. Obviously, he made the sequel to what was that? Supposed to sneak around these guys. So that piranha plant was there to practice sneaking. I can also hug the wall, if I'm not mistaken. Give me that. So I can hug the wall here. I shouldn't wake him up. I have to hold the ZR button. I have to hold the ZL button to crawl this way. Careful. Well, I actually did it. But remember, this game was introducing most gamers to the concept of an analog control stick. So the whole point was to get people comfortable with us holding down the analog stick lightly so that you could crawl slowly. Because remember, having that level of control was a huge deal back in the day. Careful. Now I gotta go all the way back up again. Everyone's favorite part of Mario 64. Backtracking. Let's go up here. Zoom out a bit so we get a bit more distance. There we go. Okay, so that's a shortcut. That's nice. Shortcuts are nice. Can I creep back him? Can I creep back here? Let's just crawl past him. We'll be fine. So I got that red coin I want. Again, little stuff like that, like little self-contained challenges like that, I am a fan of. You gotta make this in one. You gotta make this in one go. I could just jump over that, I think. We'll just avoid that for now. Let's not press our luck. And but yeah, because the controls are kind of slippery, so you have to keep that in mind too, unfortunately. Don't need the coin. So I got all the coins I wanted, but oh well. So this will circumvent some of this stuff. But yeah, there are bottomless pits, but they're also just backtracking pits, which isn't, again, no one's favorite part of it. I think you can skip that part and get to the other side of the fence. I think. Yeah, I want to say I think I can circumvent that, but we'll worry about that later. Again, speedrunners know what I'm talking about. They can circumvent a lot of this stuff. But, you know, let's be honest, I'm playing the game it was meant to be played. But there's stuff like that where you're like trying to get the camera into position so that you can make this run a lot easier. So you switch to Mario mode, zoom the camera out, get it at a nice top-down angle, I suppose. So that this walk is a lot safer. Yeah, like a top-down view like that. What? Let's not complicate things. Yeah, controls are kind of slippery. I'm the first person to admit that. Like, you will slide off a lot of platforms in this game, so you got to work the analog control a bit. Shimmy up that pole, Mario. There you go. Can we go up? Nope. Can we backflip off here? Nope. Ow! Well, I pressed ZL, I'm pretty sure, and that probably is why it dropped. Actually, let me go down here a bit. Work that pole. Shody, I don't mind. That's understandable. Press B to jump off, then backward, okay. I tried to do a handstand. It wouldn't let me do it. Yeah, I don't want to mess around with those coins down there. I'm not trying to fall right now. Again, yeah, the fixed key, yeah. It's this whole thing where you want to be able to see the coins down there. You might not want to be able to... You don't want to mess with them, though. Yeah, I'm not sure of a safe way to get to those coins. We'll get to that later, I suppose. Like, I don't know any way to do a U-jump to get those coins. Yeah, I can't go any higher. Yeah, got the dive. I got the dive part of the jump in there, so that worked out. So, ready for the ground pound. Come on, hit me. Boop! There you go. I think I missed. Yeah, I think I missed. Try to do the ground pound. That doesn't count, I don't think. That does count. Yeah, that's the third time. I won't grovel. No, I won't gravel. I mean grovel. Yeah, technically Indiana Jones is the only, like, persistent IP Spielberg's working with these days. It was supposed to only be a trilogy. They just brought back Crystal Skulls after, like, what? 15 years is when that film came. It came out 15 years after The Last Crusade, which I thought was supposed to just end the trilogy. So we're gonna end the video pretty soon. I wanted to get okay, so we have a three. So let's go to where the 3-star doors are. I think there are a couple of them. Mirror Toad. Oh yeah, I think that Treasure Tracker game is supposed to be on sale. I gotta pick up one of those eventually. He's in 6 stars in each course. We won't find something to see. So you press the caps. Well, yeah, of course. Select the stars. Okay. Okay, so they want me to. So I guess you want to fight that boss again for a speed run or something. I don't know. What's all this? If you hit a wall while flying, you'll bounce back. Okay, fine. We're not going to fly just yet. So let's see where we can go. That's a 3. So I saw one. Are there any 2-star doors? Because there are a couple of 1-star doors, apparently. Yeah, there's the Dire Docks. So that's going to be our tease for the next video. In fact, I'll just tease the next video with some music, most likely. Yep. You won't find some stars and enemies. You can collect the stars in any order. You won't find some stars and enemies around. Okay, that's fine. So again, this sort of open-ended structure of the game is one of the things I like about it. Because you're not just rigidly going from one stage to the next, like in the first Super Mario Brothers. Caps are a big help, right, for the wing cap. Yeah. The metal cap. That's for running underwater, right? Yeah, so this open-end, like in the first Mario game, you're just going from one stage to the next. In Super Mario Brothers 3, you had an overworld map where you can unlock some optional stages, but ultimately you're ultimately just trying to get to you're just trying to get past the level so you can get to the next stage. I do that backflip jump, that crouching backflip jump. Oh. Let's look for the star here just a second. Let me get that yard coin while I'm here. Tap on the A button repeatedly. And hold up on the left stick to point your nose down. Okay, I need 8 coins, I think. The coins will refill my health, so I won't die. I think I need 8 of these. I only have 2 so far. I don't think I need... Okay, I just think I need to collect these 8 coins. They'll just spawn in random spots. But as long as I collect them before I run out of... As long as I collect coins, I'll replenish my air. And as long as I collect them all, I should be able to get that star when I find the 8th red coin. Like I said, stuff like this, like these optional challenges I do like. If one level's kind of frustrating you, like that Thwomp level, you have to climb the side of the mountain. There's a lot of... there's lots of, like I remember there's, like, an ice slide level a bit later with the penguins that we'll get to. That's going to frustrate me as much as I did when I was a kid, as I recall. But yeah, the whole vibe of this game is, like, look, just get around to it whenever. It's all here waiting for you. And I always appreciate, even in 1995, that part... I remember, was it Gama Sutra or some other game designers were like, look, This game did so many things well right out of the gate that it saved a lot of 3D developers a lot of trouble, knowing that Nintendo got most of this stuff right out of the gate. Like, Nintendo and even I said this. I recognized back in 96, like, look, Nintendo knew if we were going 3D, we were never going to be able to make the kind of, obstacle courses and gauntlets that made Mario, the 2D Mario games, so pivotal. They knew they had to make the transition. The easiest way to make the transition is to make the areas more open and make the game less about platforming and more about exploring. And you still have the traversal, you still have the platforming puzzles, or you're still making dangerous jumps, but they aren't pixel perfect jumps. You know what I mean? It's not that kind of game. And honestly, I still appreciate that. I never felt at any point in my life that I wanted to play a 3D Mario game that played exactly like the 2D Mario games. Like, I was old enough to recognize the transition was necessary for the Mario series, and it worked out. And they still make 2D Mario games, obviously. Like, Super Mario Wonder is coming out in the fall of 2020, which looks like a multiplayer couch co-op Mario game, a 2D Mario game. Now, I'm probably not going to like it because I'm kind of meh on most 2D Mario games these days. Crouch, do a high back somersault. Yeah, basic stuff. Do a U-turn and jump. Yeah, that stuff, which I've been doing already. Yeah, the reverse jump, the U-turn jump. And, of course, the crouching jump, which is how I found that secret aquarium. So I think I found all the areas I need so far. Castle Secret Stars. And you can see how many coins I've gotten so far, so I guess that's okay. There might be some other hidden areas around here, I'm not sure. I don't remember where Bowser is specifically. Need a key to open this door. 8 stars. Okay. So that means I have to go into a couple more areas and grab a few more stars, which isn't bad. So we'll do more of that later. I already did this one. We'll hit a couple more areas in a second. You get that secret area. So I found that secret star. So not that stained glass portrait. Not that one. Was it the other one? Yeah, because I found the star. So I think the whole point is that I was supposed to be able to find the... yeah, I was supposed to improve my time. So I guess we'll tease the next video. Because what could I possibly be doing in the next Mario 64 video I make? We got about an hour into this one. I think we did all right. Next time on Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Recorded this audio with my Skull Candy earbuds. This is video number 1 for Super Mario 64, of course. Skull Candy earbuds with the volume slider because there's no way to turn down the audio, the game audio. Plugged into an audio splitter into my J5 Create USB-C capture device. Into my quad-core laptop with the Windows 10 camera app capturing this footage at 60 frames a second. It's probably capped at 30. We'll find out once I review the footage. I'm pretty sure it's capped at 30. We'll see how it goes. That's that PM Dawn vibe.